Miss Barbara again. I'm here to give you some more learning today. We're going to do another video, and I just want to tell you I'm really missing all of you. I'm thinking about you a lot. It's been a lot of sun in the last couple of days, and I wish you were here and we could do some things outside together and just be learning together at the school. I hope you're having fun at home with your family and you're all staying safe, and just know that I'm thinking about you. Hi Annie, hi Ellie, hi Colton, hi Gage, hi Lane, and hi Megan. By the way, this week it's Annie and Ellie's birthday on Tuesday. So happy birthday to you two. I wish we could celebrate it together. I know you're turning 5. Can't believe it. So happy birthday to you this week. Actually, maybe it's Wednesday. No, I think it's Tuesday that's your birthday this week. So anyway, I want to start with a story about Easter, because I think you know Easter's coming up on Sunday. And I want to remind you, in the classroom we have this picture of Jesus and this cross where he died on the cross, a picture of him dying on the cross. And I'm going to take this off the wall and bring it down where I'm going to read the story of Easter to you and talk about it. Okay? So we've taken this off the wall before, and one thing we haven't done is I haven't showed you that it comes apart like this, and that this cross can stand up. We just haven't done this yet, like that. And I'm going to leave it like that while I read the story. There we go. I'm going to put it over here by Coco. She's sleeping, right? What's new? She sleeps all the time, right? So as I read the story, you'll be able to see Jesus on the cross. Now remember, we've talked about this before. They nailed him with nails in his feet and in his hands, and that's how he died on the cross, being nailed to the cross. It was very, very painful, and a very sad thing that they did that to Jesus. But the story that I'm going to talk about is that after he died on the cross, he came back to new life. That's what Easter's about, and it's a wonderful, happy time that Jesus didn't stay dead. He came back to life and came back to visit his disciples, and was back on earth with them for quite a while. So that's the story of Easter. So I'm going to read that to you while you look at the cross too. Okay. Remember when we just finished last time the story of the Last Supper and Palm Sunday, when he came into Jerusalem for the feast of the Passover, and then he had that nice supper with his disciples and they shared bread and wine? Well, right after that is when he was killed on the cross and then rose to new life. So let me read the story to you here. There's a good reason why we think about eggs at Easter. Do you guys have Easter eggs? We do. And there's a good reason why we have eggs at Easter. Because eggs help us think about new life. Sometimes new life comes out of an egg, like a brand new baby chick, right? There's a lot of animals who are born from eggs. On Easter, we remember some promises Jesus made to us. Here's a story about the Easter promises. After Jesus died on the cross, his friends put his body in a tomb that had a huge rock for a door. So a tomb is like a cave, and it might be in a rock, a big rock, or it might be in a mountain or a hill. So here's a picture of that, and this big rock is the door that they pushed in front of the opening to the cave after they put his body inside, because he had died. And so they took his body off the cross after he died, put it in the tomb, and put the rock in front. After they did that, they thought, Jesus is gone forever. But 3 days later, Jesus' friend Mary Magdalene went to visit the tomb and found a strange thing. The rock door had been opened. Mary ran to get 2 of the disciples. They came back with her and looked inside the tomb, and they saw that Jesus' body was gone. They were so surprised. Well, Jesus said he would rise to new life after 3 days, they said. Could it be true? They went home to think about it, but Mary Magdalene stayed outside the tomb and cried because she missed Jesus so much. All of a sudden, Mary Magdalene heard a little rustling behind her, and when she turned around, a man was standing there. "Who are you looking for, Mary?" the man asked. She knew that voice. It was Jesus. She wiped the tears from her eyes and said, "Jesus." Then Jesus told her, "Go and tell my friends that I have risen to new life, just as I promised." Mary ran all the way to tell the disciples. At first, they didn't believe her. But then they said, "Jesus made us a promise. He said he would rise to new life so he could go and prepare a place for us in heaven." Jesus wouldn't break a promise. Later, when the disciples had gathered together in a room, Jesus came to them and made another promise. He said, "I will be with you always." And those are promises that Jesus makes to us too, that we'll have new life in heaven and that he will be with us forever. And those are the promises we celebrate at Easter. So we started an Easter craft before you guys finished school, before spring break, which was that beautiful picture you're coloring of Jesus with the little children. And none of you are quite done. I have sent that home. You guys have that there now. You're going to finish that picture, and it goes with a little frame that I will be getting to you as well. And you can put the picture into the little matte frame and make it nice for your wall when you're done coloring it, okay? So I'm going to move the cross just aside a little bit for now, and we're going to start our worksheets. What I want you to get out first is your letter books. Last time we did the letter Y, and I didn't help you with some of the words for Y. I was thinking you would do that at home, but I'm going to write some words now for the letter Y, and you can finish those up if you haven't already done that. If you have finished your Y, you can pause the video or you can just watch this part of the video while I give some letters for those who haven't finished it, and then we'll start with Z right after that, okay? So get your letter book out. And I think you were writing your Y last week. The capital Y goes down on this side, and then all the way down. And then the lowercase y goes partway down there, and then down low. So it sits on the line like this, right? The capital Y is tall, and the lowercase y is short and going down below the line. So the first word that we want to think about is, golly, I can't remember the order, and you guys have your books with you, so I might do them out of order. The first one is let's do an animal. An animal that starts with Y would be a yak. So yak, I'm going to start this with a new color, is Y-A-K. And I made it up top so I'd have room for several words, okay? So if you don't have a word for an animal that starts with Y, you can use yak. Next, we'll do a food that starts with Y. And again, I think I might be out of order. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can put them in the right order in your book. A food that starts with Y, yogurt. That's a kind of a long word, but I think you can write it. Let's try it. It's a Y-O-G-U-R-T. There you go, yogurt. The next one is a name that starts with Y. Someone's name. There's a name called, Yuri. That's a name probably you guys haven't heard of. Or Yvette. That's kind of a long name too. I'll write that one for you. It's capital Y, because every name starts with a capital. V-E-T-T-E. E, T, T, E. Okay, so I forgot to ask you, pause your videos if you're writing these and start it again when you're ready for the next one. The last thing we're going to think about that starts with Y is something we do. Something we do, an action. That would be y. Can you think of one? Y. Yawn. When we're tired, right? Oh, yawn. So yawn is Y, A, W, N. So pause the video and write your words that start with Y. Make them nice and neat. Make the letters small. Keep them close together. And start the video again when you're ready. Okay. Now we're going to move on to our letter this week, which is Z, and we'll do the same thing with the Z's. So, first I want you to practice writing your Z's. I'm going to make the capital Z first and then the lowercase. The Z goes like a 7. It goes over, down, over. So this part looks like the 7, and then we put a line at the bottom. And then the lowercase c is the same, just smaller, okay? Now one thing I don't want you to do with a Z is I don't want you to go over and straight down and over, because that doesn't look very much like a Z, does it? You have to make it look more like a 7, which is over, down like this, a slant, and then back over at the bottom, okay? So not like this, but like that. So here's my capital and my lowercase. Pause the video while you write, while you copy those Z's that are there, the capital ones first, and then write some of your own, and then the lowercase ones, and make sure they're not floating. Keep them right on the line, make them look nice and neat, and then start the video when you're ready. Okay, let's think about some words that start with Z. Let's first do an animal that starts with Z. So Z says what? Z, Z. What's an animal that starts with Z? Z. Zebra, right? Okay, let's write zebra. I'll write this one over here. Z, E, B, R, A. I'll write all 4 words and then I'll let you pause at the end to write them. Well, let's just pause here. Pause for zebra, write that under animal, and start the video when you're ready. Okay, next is a food that starts with Z. Can you think of a food? Z, Z. Have you ever had a pasta called ziti? It's really good. It's got little tube noodles and some sauce. So ziti, Z, I, T, I. Ziti. So pause the video while you write that one. Keep your letters small, close together, and start the video again when you're ready. Okay, now we need a name that starts with Z. Let's see, have you heard of Z? Can you think of one? Z, Z, Zach. Have you heard of Zach? Let's try that one. We'll write that one up here. All right, Zach. Z, A, C, K. Zach. It rhymes with Jack. Okay, last one. Something we do that starts with Z. Z, Z. Zip. We zip our coat, or we zip our pants. Okay, what color haven't I used? Well, I guess I use pink again. Here we go. Zip. Ready? Z, I, P. Remember the P goes low below the line. Z-I-P. All right, pause the video. Make sure all of those have been written and start the video again when you're ready. Okay, we're going to do some other worksheets now that we're done with our letter book. I'm going to let you do your concept of print by yourself, but first I want to read it to you. First thing I want you to do is write your name on the top. So pause the video, write your name on top, capital letter for the first initial and then lowercase, and start it up again when you're ready. Okay, this one is about Annie. It says, Annie likes going to the zoo, seeing zebras, and eating zucchini bread. Yum. She can zip her own pants, can write zeros very well, and can zoom very fast when she runs. Now, you remember the 4 things to do with your concept of print, and you can pause the video while you do them and start it again when you're done. First, take you pick out your 4 colors, and you're going to take your first color and color the spaces between the words, right? Then you're going to circle all the capital letters. There's a capital A right here. You're going to circle that one, and you're going to look in each row for capital letters and circle all the capitals. Next, you're going to underline all the Z's, okay? So you're going to look in each row. This is with your 3rd color. You're going to underline a Z right there, and then go to the next row and underline the Z's in all of the lines. And the 4th thing you do with the 4th color is you're going to X out the punctuation. Now you have this concept of print there along with those instructions, so pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're ready. Okay. Next, let's do our fact or opinion, okay? First thing I want you to do is write your name on the top. Pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're ready. Okay, number 1. It is good to have a loving family. Fact means it's always true and everybody knows it. Opinion means it's only some people think that. If it's a fact, you write an F. If it's opinion, write an O. Okay, number 1. It is good to have a loving family. You decide, fact or opinion. Pause the video, write what you think, F or O, and start it again when you're ready. Okay, number 1. Number 2. Every loving family has either a cat or a dog. Fact or opinion? Pause the video, decide what you think, write it, and start the video when you're ready. Number 3. Watching a movie in the theater is more fun than watching one at home. Fact or opinion? Write what you think, pause the video, and start it again when you're ready. Okay, number 1. It is good to have a loving family. That is a fact. F. Number 2. Every loving family has either a cat or a dog. That is someone's opinion. Some loving families don't have a cat or a dog. That would be someone's opinion. O. And number 3. Watching a movie in the theater is more fun than watching one at home. That is opinion. Not everybody thinks that. Only some people think that. Okay, so we're done with that. Good job. The next one I want to do is the drawing. Sometimes we like to just practice drawing, right? So here's a picture of a sheep. And remember how we do these drawings is we do them one step at a time. So it's shown over here how you're going to get to the end, the drawing of your sheep, but I'm going to help you do it with, I'm going to do it with you. So number 1, the first thing on your paper that says sheep, well, first thing I want you to do is write your name on the top. So pause the video while you write your name and start it again when you're ready. Okay, so the first thing we do for the sheep is we're going to draw an oval for the face. About like that over on the side. Then put an ear over here and an ear over here. Pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're ready. Okay, next we're going to do this part of his face. So you're going to draw 2 eyes and 2 little circles in the eyes for his eyeballs. Pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're ready. Okay, and then next we draw 2 lines going down from his eyes, and we draw a triangle at the bottom, and we color it in. This is meant to look like his little mouth and his face. Okay, so there's mine. Pause the video and do that and start it again when you're ready. Okay, so that was that step. The next step is we're going to make his body, and you make it look kind of fluffy, and it starts right here by his ear, and it goes around and it comes back kind of by his chin. And so you just do some fluffiness to his body, kind of like that. Pause the video and make that part of his body and start it again when you're ready. Okay, the last step we're going to put on his tail and his 4 legs. So the tail just goes over here, out to the side and back in, and then 4 legs, and you go down, over, up for number 1, down, over, up for number 2, and then 2 in the back, down, over, up, and down, over, up. And then you could color those in dark, kind of how they have it on the picture. So pause the video, make his tail and his legs, color in the legs, and start it again. Start the video again when you're ready. Okay, so turning it over, we're going to try a walrus. And this is just the walrus's face, not the whole body. Walruses are big. He'd be hard to make a whole body. So the first step is this one. And the first part of it is kind of a big circle. And we're going to erase part of the circle later. Mine isn't the best circle, but draw your circle first. Pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're done. The next thing we do is we're going to make these other parts that are kind of his cheeks that go around like this. Oops, I don't think I come pretty far for this one. And then we're going to erase this little part of his face that was there on the circle before that. So now it looks like this. Pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're ready. Okay, next we're going to do this part. His eyes are kind of far apart. They're up here. They're going to be 2 circles. And then he's got kind of colored in dark part on the eyes. And we're going to have him kind of looking off to the side. So do 2 circles with a colored in part at the bottom. Pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're ready. Next, we're going to do the 2 ovals for his nose. 2 small ovals there, colored in. Do that while you pause the video and start it again when you're ready. And the last part about the face is just this little part of his mouth, and it comes around like that at the bottom, kind of on his chin. Okay. Next is we're going to put in his 2 tusks, okay? So we come down from the cheek and we come way down and back up and way down low and back up. Make 2 tusks, pause the video, draw those, and start it again when you're ready. And the last part of the picture is just his whiskers, I guess. Just all those little hairs right on his snout, kind of, is what it is. So I'm just going to put some lines all over on there, and then all over on here, Not too many so that you can still see what he's got for his face. So pause the video while you put in some whiskers and start it again when you're done. Good job. Good job drawing your walrus and your sheep. Okay. One more drawing, and then we have another puzzle on the back of this one. So we're going to do this one right down here. We're going to start, this is a monkey. Well, first start by putting your name on top. Pause the video while you do that, and then start it again when you're ready. Okay, step number one is just the head and the body. So I'm going to do a circle for a head and an oval for a body for my monkey, okay? Pause the video while you do that and start it again when you're ready. Okay, number 2 says put on 2 ears. So we'll do that first. They're just kind of circles on top here. And then this line helps separate his face, his eyes from his mouth. So it's just a line in the middle of his face. And it goes like this. Okay? So take a minute, pause the video, and put that line in, and then start it again when you're ready. Okay. Number 3 is this part of his face. So I'm going to draw 2 little eyes first, 2 little dots for a nose, and a smile. Pause the video, make his face, and start it again when you're ready. Okay, now to draw his arms and his legs, we're going to do it in kind of 2 parts. We're going to draw a line going out for his arms and lines going out for his legs. Okay, so pause the video and just do 4 lines and start it again when you're ready. Okay, next we're going to take another line and bring it up so it looks like a regular arm and a regular leg. So we just take another line and bring it back to the body on all 4 of those places. So pause the video and finish drawing the second line for each of those and start it again when you're ready. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is hands and feet, and they just have 3 or 4. Let's do 4 little lines for the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 little lines for the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So pause the video while you do fingers and toes and start it again when you're ready. And the last thing our monkey needs is a tail. So I'm going to come down and come around and make a curly Q tail like that. Pause the video, make his tail, and turn it on again when you're ready. Good job. I hope your monkey looks great. Okay, turn it over. This week, if you were in school, we would be learning about the body. And this is one of the puzzles we would be trying. And this is called a word find puzzle. And you're going to find in all these letters these words, okay? And when we find them, we're going to circle them inside the puzzle. So let me show you how it works. The first word says B-O-D-Y. So I start by looking across the top row for a B because that's the first letter in our word. And I haven't found one yet, but I keep looking. Then I go to the next row. Ooh, here's a B. And I have to see if there's an O near the B because that's my second letter. There is not an O anywhere around that B. So that's not the right B. So I'm going to come down and look in the next row. Oop, here's a B. Is there an O near it anywhere around it? No. So that's not this word either. So we're going to keep looking. Oop, here's a B. And here's an O. If I go B-O, whoops, it's an N. It's not the D. So B-O-D-Y is the word I'm looking for. So that's not the right B. So I'm going to keep looking for another B that might have all the letters I need. Oh, here's a B. B-O-D-Y. So there's those 4 letters that make up this word, B-O-D-Y. So I'm going to circle it like this, and you can see that word is right here. And when I'm done, I make one line that goes through it to show that I got that word done. So let's look up this word right here, B-O-N-E-S. Well, I remember seeing that one right here, B-O-N-E-S. So it comes upwards, kind of backwards actually, and I'm going to circle that because it has all the letters in this word, so I can cross that one off. So I want you to find these other words in this puzzle. They can either go across like this, they can go up or down like that. Some of them can go sideways like this, and one of them does. The one that goes sideways is this one. So start looking for something that would go sideways for that one. Maybe you want to find these other ones first and then come back and find that big long one at the end. So pause the video while you look for those words hidden in this puzzle of letters and start the video again when you're ready. Okay, let's find this one, F-E-M-U-R. Here it is right here. F-E-M-U-R. Okay, let's find this one, R-I-B-S. It's right here, R-I-B-S. See it hidden right there? Okay, let's wait on this one until the end. Let's find this one, S-K-I-N. 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 See it? Okay. Let's try this one. S-P-I-N-E is, here it is, S-P-I-N-E. It goes down. Okay. And this one is T-I-B-I-A. And that one is going up right here. T-I-B-I-A. And the last one is this long one, and I said it goes slanty down. So it's right here. It's a little tricky. S-K-E-L-E-T-O-N. S-K-E-L-E-T-O-N. So it goes all the way down the side and then coming around back up to make the circle. Okay? These words are words about the body. This says body, bones, femur, that's the name of a bone in your leg, ribs, the ribs are in your chest, and that's the part that tickles when someone tickles you. Skeleton, you guys know what a skeleton is, just a bunch of bones. Skin, that's part of our body, right? Spine, that's your backbone. That's what helps you sit up straight and keeps your back up. And the last one is tibia, and tibia is another name of another bone, and I think it might be in the arm. I'm not sure. We'll have to look that one up. So I hope you did this puzzle. It's a little tricky. We've never done anything like it. If you gave it a good try, I'm really proud of you, even if you didn't get them all. Okay. The last thing we're going to do is a fun activity on the floor. So the video is going to come back over here. And I want to play a little game or do a thing with you to think about what items go together in a set and why do they go together and what is that set about and which ones don't belong in that set. So I'm going to put these cards together over here. Actually, I think I can put them in a train now that I think about it. And this is one set. And this is another set. And I want you to look at these two sets and tell me why these are in a set together and why these are not in this set. So let's look at it. We have a cat, a rabbit, a hamster, a dog, and a fish. And down here we have a tiger, a zebra, a butterfly, a cow, and an ostrich. Okay? They're all animals, right? So they're all part of the animal set, but these all go together, and these cannot be in this set. Do you know why? Do you know what this set is that these can't be in there? Pause the video if you need to think about it, and start it again when you're ready. Okay, well, the first set is all pets. All of them could be a pet. And these, even though they're animals, could not be a pet. You cannot have a pet tiger, right? You cannot have a pet cow. Now, if you have a farm, you could have a cow, but it's not really a pet. So these can't be in this set because they are not pets. Okay, let's try another one. I'll move those over. The next one is the same thing. I'm going to put some things together that go together and other things that do not. And I want you to tell me why those items go together, what they are all a set of, and why the other ones can't be in there. Sometimes they stick together. Okay, so look at these items. I have a pan, toaster, dishwasher, teacup, spoon. And here I have a tree, skates, basketball, nickel, and a bear. So the first set all belongs together, and the second ones can't be part of that. So think about why, and think about what this set is and why these can't be part of it. Pause the video and start it again when you're ready. Okay, did you think about it? These items up here all belong where? In the kitchen. These are all kitchen items. None of these are kitchen items. None of them can be in the kitchen. So, or they don't go in the kitchen. So this set is kitchen items, this set is nothing that goes in the kitchen, and that's the difference between those two sets. All right, let's do one more. All right, so up top is a set of things that all go together, and you have to tell me why they go together. And then here, why these items do not go with them. Okay, the first set up top, a puzzle, a teddy bear, a wagon, a car, blocks. This one down here, spaghetti, a chair, a penguin, nails, and a shirt. So think about why this set all goes together, what these go, how are these the same, what are they a set of, and why these can't go with them or can't be in the same set. Pause the video, think about it, and start it again when you're ready. Okay, well, the first set is they are all toys. and none of these are toys. So none of these items would be in a set of toys. So this was our sorting and classifying box, and I wanted to just play with that a little bit with you. And we'll do some more of those next time, but they're going to be a little trickier. You're going to have to think harder about why some of them don't go in that set. I just wanted to say again, I'm really thinking about you guys. I miss you. I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you again for another video soon. Bye-bye.